everyone, welcome to the House of Fi. Today we're super excited because we get to share our awesome news, right?
Yes, we have some great news coming up.
Right, so...
My voice.
Yes.
All right.
Hey everybody, welcome to the House of Fi. We are super excited today because we are sharing some really awesome news, right babe?
Yes.
You excited?
Hold on.
Hey everyone, welcome to the House of Fi. We are super excited today to share some awesome news with you, right?
Yes, we're ready to dive into it.
All right, well, the awesome news that we're sharing is that we bought our 5th door. So, number 5, we're super excited to share the numbers with you, but I also think it's going to be really cool to kind of share the whole process with you. You know, what we were looking for, what was our criteria, the roadblocks that we encountered, you know, how we worked through those, and then ultimately what we decided to do. Show you the numbers, show you why this was a good investment property for us, and yeah, we're just really excited to share it with you. All right, guys, stick around for about 6 seconds. We'll be right back. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Wendy, and this is my better half,
Curtis.
And together we are the House of Fi, and we're all about helping moms and dads save more money, dump debt, and build wealth as they travel the road to financial independence. And part of our building wealth strategy is our investment properties. We bought 4 last year. Super excited about those. They're cash flowing really, really well. And we've been on the hunt for another one. And so in this video, that's what we're going to talk about today. Let's just dive right in, babe.
Yeah, our 5th door.
5th door. All right, here we go. So the first thing I thought would be good to share with you is kind of what we were even looking for when we started the process.
Each time that we're looking for a rental property, we have specific criteria that fits what is in our needs. And Wendy will explain a little bit about what our needs are.
Right. So, you know, beyond price, we were really pretty open. We were looking for either a single family residence, or we were looking for maybe a bundle of single family residence like we did last year, or we were even considering like a multi-unit property, like a triplex or a duplex. And if you saw our previous video that we talked about real estate, you know that we actually found a 4 single family property deal that we made an offer on. We just didn't get it because we weren't quick enough, and that property sold in less than a day. And I was all over it, and we still lost out. So we were pretty open. You know, when we're looking at a property, we know what we want it to cash flow. And I'm going to go over real quick both the 1% and the 2% rule. So one of the kind of maybe threshold things that you'll see a lot of investors talking about is making sure that any investment property that you're looking at as a rental is falls under the 1% rule. So essentially that the mortgage on it, you're going to be able to rent it for at least 1% of whatever the mortgage is. So if the mortgage is for $100,000, that you're renting that out for $1,000 a month at least. Now, if you can get it to 2%, where you're getting 2% of the mortgage, that is awesome. And I will tell you that our properties, our 4 properties, are just under 2%. So we did really well with those properties, and they're cash flowing over $250 after all expenses are paid every single month. And so we wanted to find something that fell within that criteria. We just were open to what that ended up being.
So we have a specific area where we usually look for our properties that fit within our budget and our range. So
yeah, so we live in Southern California. It's way too expensive to do what we want to do out here with the cash that we have available. And so we are investing in the Midwest, where you can find homes for under $100,000. And all of our homes that we bought so far, the four, we purchased those, all four of them all together, for $104,000. So if that tells you anything, it tells you that there are homes out there that you can buy that are still super, super affordable. You just have to look for them. So we've primarily focused on the Midwest, like Indiana, Missouri. We're also looking in Ohio, but other places, if you talk to others in the community, I believe Alabama is another one where you can find some really good deals. So it's really just a matter of looking around, first at the price of the home, and then doing your research and seeing where the rents fall. And so we decided to stay in the town that we're currently investing in, because we have relationships there, and we're still relatively new to investing, and so we're not quite ready to branch out yet. So we did find this deal on the MLS. We found it on Zillow. It was actually part of a package that had been sitting there for a little while, and the seller had indicated on the MLS that they were willing to consider splitting them up. And so when I saw that, I saw the house in the package that I thought would fit perfectly with what we're looking for. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house. It's right about 800 square feet, and it rents for $550. I haven't told you the price yet, though, so I'll save that for a little later in the video as a teaser. But yeah, so we don't primarily look on the MLS. We are open to, pocket deals where someone is bringing it, just by word of mouth. That's how we got our last properties. And I think that that's kind of, the way to go, is just be really, really open to, how you find these investment properties. Reach out to communities, talk to realtors, talk to property managers, because you just never know where these deals are going to come from. This one just happened to come through the MLS, and it was pretty straightforward.
So let's give them some information on how much we bought the house for.
Yeah, you guys aren't really gonna believe this. I swear, I'll even put up the HUD statement. We bought this house for $23,500, which to me is just incredible.
Yeah.
It was listed for $26,000, and we had some cojones and offered $20,000, and they met us in the middle at $23,500. And so just to kind of backtrack a little bit, we did end up paying cash for this house, which was not our first choice.
No.
Our other 4 properties, there is a commercial loan on those, and commercial loans are at a little bit higher of a percentage rate, but they were for only 15 years, and the terms were still really, really good. And we got those from a local bank there in the town that we invest in. That was going to be our preferred way to go on this deal, and we might have actually got more units if we had been able to leverage this deal. We unfortunately were not able to leverage this deal. The local banks there in the town that we're in, we've been talking to them back and forth quite regularly, and because of everything that's going on right now in the world and the economy and the uncertainty and all that, the local banks there are not lending. They're also dealing with still some backlogs on the PPP loans and all of that, so they are not lending. So we looked into maybe alternative lending. We looked into private loans and hard money loans. The issue that we ran into there is that the value of the houses that we were looking at were not priced high enough. The minimum value that they wanted to see on the home was $50,000. And unfortunately, we got this house for $23,500, and it's actually under market value. It's probably valued at about $35,000, but that's still not $50,000. So we were kind of in a pickle. We're in a spot where we really wanted to get this house. We knew It's about the same size as all of our other houses. The rent are the same as all of our other houses. It's in the same neighborhoods. It's a good, decent, working class neighborhood. We just knew that this was a really good deal and we did not want to let it slip for our fingers. So we ended up paying cash.
Yes.
So ultimately what we decided to do is borrow from ourselves. We took from Kurt's retirement account, his 457. That is absolutely not our first option, and it's not something that we would recommend others do. In this scenario, we know that we're going to refinance these properties soon, hopefully less than a year from now, and cash out and put that money back in. And we're very, very secure in his employment. So we felt that this was a good risk. Normally, we would not recommend anybody do that you should not touch your retirement. So do as we say, not as we do in this situation. We also know that because our other properties are cash flowing so well, and this one, because we own it outright, is going to cash flow extremely well, we're going to be able to put all of that money back into our accounts really, really quickly. So I'm going to bring up on the screen for you now the analysis that we did. And if you can see from the analysis, the cash on cash return on this property is going to be 19%, which is just out of this world phenomenal. And our monthly cash flow after we take out money for and put in the savings for future repairs, maintenance, for the 10% that's going to go to our property manager, all of that, we're still going to cash flow about $400 a month, which is really, really great. Yeah. So I want to talk a little bit about another reason that we felt that this was a good investment for us. This property is already rented, which is great. We don't have to go out and find anyone. And also the repairs needed on it are relatively minor. We don't have to do any kind of rehabbing at all. It will likely need a roof in the next couple years or so. But we've also talked with our property manager about that, and we know that that's going to run about $5,000, and it really doesn't affect our cash on cash return very much at all. So all in all, this was a really great investment for us, and we're excited. Yeah. All right, guys, well, there you have it. That is all about our fifth door. We're super excited. Yeah. That puts our monthly cash flow on all of our properties in between $1,400 to $1,600 a month, depending on miscellaneous expenses like lawn mowing and that sort of thing that doesn't occur throughout the year. So we're super excited to have that much cash flow with just 5 properties. We hope this information has been helpful, and feel free to comment below if you have any questions. We are trying to be completely transparent about the process so that maybe you can learn something. All right, guys, take care.
Bye.
Bye.